up, stand up. Everyone, 1, 2, 3. Get up, stand up. Stand up for your right. Everybody now, get up, stand up. Don't give up the fight. One more time. Get up, stand up, stand up. Stand up for your right. Get up, stand up. Don't give up the fight.
When the system crashed, when they started screaming panic last year, everyone was listening, and the government has been in a panic, and the media has been talking about every move of the economy, every fluctuation of the Dow Jones, every fluctuation of the NASDAQ.
There is an economic crisis, but who is hit hard? The poor people who cannot afford to pay rent. Government is willing to bail out banks and cooperatives while thousands of workers are laid off from work.
Also thanks to the Ontario Coalition Against Poverty for offering to come by the Toronto Dominion Centre picket line to offer support to the locked out workers at the Toronto Dominion Centre.
And we stand here today because we are pissed, because we have seen increased poverty for all communities, and that is even truer for migrant communities, the hyper-exploited, the hyper-excluded. Even the most inadequate basic income supports that are available to some people is systematically denied to non-status and undocumented migrants. And we
homeless people living in Toronto today. Women raped and murdered, and the racists have their way. Sexism rules, and we're the fools that follow what they say. And now you see the light. Everybody stand up
for the banks, for big business, and for corporations to appeal to the government for bailouts. And what did the government do? Of course, the government was more than happy to hand those bailouts to them, showing us once again that they are one and the same, that they have only their interests in mind. $75 billion went towards the bank bailout.
For poor people in Ontario, the economic crisis is hurting us. We have been living too little too long. 3 levels of government has made it clear that they will not put resources in social programs.
The workers at the Toronto Dominion Centre have been working there for the employer Cadillac Fairview for some of them for almost 40 years.
This past year, we have seen poverty go up by 125% for migrant communities, and that is unacceptable. We have seen deportations go up by 50% this decade alone. We continue to see Indigenous communities and migrant bodies targeted by immigration enforcement, by police, by the Canada Border Services agencies, and by the state.
In the world today, Indigenous people dying away. Save a dog and save a cat, but if you're colored, well, you're worse than a rat. Get up, stand up. Stand up for your right. Everybody, get up, stand up. Housing is a right.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the crisis in housing. Let's talk about the fact that you have to wait 10 years. 10 years to get social housing in the city. Let's talk about the fact that neighborhoods are literally being torn apart. Migrants are the last to be hired, the first to be fired, and are 3 times more likely to lose jobs, and we are pissed. We are pissed that so many people are displaced from their homes, pushed off their lands, and living on the streets. Social assistance rates are so disgustingly low after being cut in 1995 that people are pleading for access to the special diet, and even that is being taken from them. People and families in the city are being forced to live in poverty. We are pissed that 1/3 of people living on the streets are newcomer immigrants, and even a larger proportion are Indigenous. We are pissed, and we say shame! We're really happy to be here representing Finch, and our brothers and sisters from the Etobicoke West Side is here. Just recently, we organized a rally at our local Ontario Works office at ODSP. And we took over the office. We partnered up with our brothers and sisters in Rexdale, and they did the same. West Side has a voice downtown. We are not accepting poverty conditions. We are going today with that anger at the way that things are, and the knowledge and the hope about the way that things should be. and we're going to be disruptive. We are not asking politely. We are demanding real income, real housing, real justice. Let's go.
Stand up. Oh, stand up for your right. Are we ready to march? Are we ready? We're under attack. What do we do? Stand up.
This is a place where innumerable nasty backroom plans against working people are made. Next week, Mike Harris is going to be speaking there.
We demand a 40% immediate increase in social assistance. We demand an increase to life insurance and an increase to minimum wage. We demand no more Bandaids, no more bailouts. You broke it, you pay for it.
It is a den of robbers and a nest of thieves. We have gone there today to say we are going to fight you. We're going to fight everything the Conservative Party and the Liberal Party stands for. Hell yeah! We are going to Bay Street. And we are not going to beg. And we are not going to plead. We're going to fight them. We're going to build a movement of workers, of poor people. And we are going to say, who is going to pay for this crisis? You are going to pay for the crisis.
Take a look around you. This is the center of power in Canada. This is the center of the banks and the corporate greed. Banks got bailed out. We got sold out. Banks got bailed out. We got sold out. Banks got bailed out. We got sold fight back. We say fight back. There's women and children in hotels. The lie, deception in Canada. McKinsey, we need a better Ontario! We say fight back! We say fight back! We say fight back! We say fight back! We got sold out! We got sold out! We got built out! We got sold out!
We have made personal appeals to Ed Clark and other members of the TD Bank. They're fully aware of the way the workers have been treated by the management team of the Cadillac Fairview Corporation. Charges have been laid at the Ontario Labour Relations Board and are on their website for everybody to see. Not only has Cadillac Fairview been very tough on these older workers, but these workers have been threatened. They have taken the extra step of threatening these workers, harassing these workers, and discriminating against the older workers.
Talk a little bit around the corner. We passed by the consulate of the Mexican government here in Toronto, and I just want to share with you some commentary about the international dimensions of this crisis and how that the structure of the International Division of Labor forces workers to come here and work under precarious conditions with or without status, and are further oppressed by racist, imperialist, abusive policies. Cuando más nos abusan más con sus políticas racistas y imperialistas. Y tenemos que entender que esta crisis es internacional. Entonces, nuestra respuesta tiene que ser internacional también. Los obreros de México, los obreros de Latinoamérica, los obreros del mundo, juntos con los obreros de Canadá.
We got sold out! We got sold out! No cops in school, buddy. No cops in school. Today, what we see ourselves at is the seeds of a resistance here. Every single time we come together to support one another's struggles, we form those relationships, we form those commitments to each other, because we all know that this system, this society as it's structured, is doomed to fail. It's failing now. It has come into crisis. It will not last forever, and when the time is right, we will be there together to help bring it down. Inside, what do you think's going on inside? McKinsey's hiding in the closet with our tax dollars. EM criminals, sophisticated crooks. I want my tax dollars.
November 5th, Day of Action was a huge success. Ocap and the community rally is now here at Queen's Park, where we've met with our brothers and sisters from student federations, colleges and universities of Toronto are all here mobilized, and the message is clear. Reduce poverty now. The revolution will be televised. The Life Movement. Peace.